Alright, so Final Fantasy V Part 3. I'm doing the Fire Crystal today. Or actually, last time I played, I did get the Fire Crystal right before I quit, and my internet died, like, right as I got it. Which was unfortunate because it was a hella cool moment. I got out of Karnak Castle with 16 seconds remaining. Unfortunately, the class that I was given by Gilgabot was Geomancer. And Geomancer, I've never really messed around with too much in 5, but as I recall, it is freaking terrible. There really isn't any strength to Geomancer whatsoever. I was hoping not to get Red Mage, but I really didn't want Geomancer either. So, the plus side of this, I suppose, is we can give the Geomancer monk skills so that they don't hit like trash. So that's going to be my strategy going forward, is probably going to be giving the Geomancer barehanded. Let's see what they look like. Huh. Okay, so we have Pajama Ferris. She's staying Mystic Knight because she looks pretty badass. Onesie Barts. Elf Galif. And I don't know, that kind of looks like Salvation Army Bellringer Lena. Difficult decision. Geomancer is pretty much the easiest job to max. They only have like 3 abilities, which is Geomancy, Walk on Water, or Walk Through Fire. I can't remember their third one now, but it's not great. They max it really quick, so most likely I'll be rotating my party through Geomancers and Monks. We'll start with Lena, despite her having a pretty sweet monk outfit. So the 2 things that I could see being useful here are barehanded counter won't be very useful without barehanded, so we'll just do that. Barehanded will give the monk attack bonus to any class that's using it, so that's a plus. You know what? Let me pop this over onto Twitter just for shits and giggles, like usual. Here we go. I also like to double check just to make sure my stream isn't blank like the first time I tried streaming after getting back on Discord. There we go, we'll just put FF5 FJF Fiesta Part 3 Fire Crystal. And I hadn't played it all this week because it was kind of a busy week. Just one of those annoyingly frustrating weeks where there's a lot of stuff going on. So for Monk or Geomancer, they can use the main Gauche, which gives you a 33% chance to evade, which is hella nice, really. I could also probably put that on Ferris to make her absolutely ridiculous as far as evasion goes, because she has the Elven Mantle, and... No, I guess she had actually had the main gauche before that, so... You know, let's just remove it and let her fight barehanded. And honestly, I think that's all the real prep work that I really even need for Geomancer, because there's not a whole lot going on there. Let's set formation so that Ferris is taking hits first, then Bartz and Galuf, and finally Lena. Okay, so like I mentioned, I didn't get this on stream because my internet died last time, but I finished Liquid Flame with pretty low hit points on a few people, so rest up, and then push on to Library of the Ancients. These people are all super sad because their castle just exploded. Oh no. And prices just went up. Let's see if there's anything Geomancer can use that I don't already have. Silk Robe. And I think I already have a Plumed Hat Galuf can use. Okay, we're all set and good to go. Maybe buy some potions. That is the nice thing about a monk party is you have plenty of gil and not much to use it on. Look at this guy. Professor Sid's machine was what broke the crystal. Unbelievable. We've been telling them that since the Wind Crystal. They just do not listen. Okay, well, let's get our hit points back, and then we'll go talk to Sid. I think he's the one who pushes us on to the next part of the story. Oh, the Queen's upstairs. Let's see what's up with her. Coming to give her a big dose of I told you so. She was delirious. The darkness. Don't come any closer. Okay, not much going on with the Queen. We'll get our nap on. And load up on potions. Yeah, 58. That's a good number. So let's see what our Geomancer can do. I remember it being incredibly unimpressive last time. Gaia. Let's see what Gaia does. Leaf Swirl. Okay, so it has the potential to miss. Geomancer's abilities depend on the terrain that they're in, so it's going to be different in every part of the game. From what I remember, they always have at least one wind spell in dungeons, so I might try to get them an air knife when we get to Jackal or wherever it is that sells those. If only I'd never made those infernal machines. Everything. All of this is my fault. If it weren't for me... Uh-oh, Sid's wallowing in self-pity again. must be tough. Yeah, you doomed the world, Sid. Sorry about it. Can we take your ship now? Because that would be kind of sweet. I forget exactly what happens next. I think we need to find Mid, his grandson, and get Mid to get Sid on board again. Nope, not going back in this hellhole. Never again. Till next year. I really don't like the fire-powered ship. It's like my least favorite of the dungeons for some reason. I don't like the switch puzzles, even though I know that they're not that bad. Oh, I bet he's in the bar. That sounds like a Sid thing. Alcohol. Sid, where you at? If only I hadn't made that infernal machine. We all make mistakes that sometimes doom the world, Sid. Get over it. Wasn't your fault. It kinda was, but please, just let me be. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what happens next. We need to trigger something or another. Maybe talk to the Queen. Seems like a solid place to start. Blah blah blah, the darkness is bad. Well, that wasn't super helpful. I know the next dungeon we're supposed to go to, but I think we need to trigger something first. Oh, you know what? This town used to be on fire, and now it's not, so I can actually get up the stairs, and maybe there's treasure? I'd like it if there was treasure. I think it's Flame Rod, and I think now's when I could probably go fight Shiva, but I don't really need to. I don't have any summoners, and I never will, since it's a Fiesta challenge, where it randomizes the jobs, and again, that's on 4Job Fiesta's webpage. You can Google that. It's a cool event. I've done it a couple of times, and I always have fun with it. This year they're doing the run for Planned Parenthood. Okay, so I need to go to the Library of the Ancients, but I thought I needed the fire ship to do that. And I don't even remember where Library of the Ancients is, so that's a little bit of a problem. I wish I could just give my Geomancer kick, because that is a really good skill at this point in the game. This thing I think murders us. Yes, it does murder us. Bye. Yeah, that's a nope. Back to the fire-powered ship, maybe. I mean, it's not like Sid's gonna mind if we run off with it. Nope. Okay, well I forgot who I need to talk to trigger this, so I'm gonna check my guide real quick. There we go. Sid blames himself, he flees from sight. Karnak is in chaos, the queen is wounded. New weapon salesman doesn't help. So, it says... Single crystal left, no idea where it is. Maybe the library has answers for us. With the destruction of Karnak Castle, the path to the palace was opened, and since Sid's grandson Mid lives there, maybe we can send the lad over. Okay. So it was through the desert. I do have to go brave that chimera, I guess. Okay, why not? I might want to buy more potions, though. Because I'm either underleveled or those things are kind of ridiculous. Or a combination of both. I am so disappointed I got Geomancer. I was really hoping for Summoner or something I hadn't played. And I guess Geomancer counts as something I haven't played, but it's something I don't particularly want to play, so... At least you can pull our weight with monk attacks. I mean, on standard trash, she actually hits harder than the Mystic Knight, although the Mystic Knight will be absolutely ridiculous on some boss fights, from what I can remember. Yeah, it's not too bad. We're cruising along, not taking too much damage from random encounters. There we go. There's the library. Everything in there is weak to fire, and I think the Geomancer actually can do some work there. I just want to see what else is unlocked. Shifting Sand Desert. Nope. Don't want to go there yet. So I'm thinking for this run, at some point you need to pick between the Brave Blade and the Chicken Knife. Brave Blade makes it so you do tons of damage if you never run away. Chicken Knife does the opposite. Uh-oh, the scholars are upset. Monsters, of course. None of us have the faintest idea where Mid's run off to. It's Professor Sid's grandson. Yes. So Mid is looking for a book. Seems like a good place to do that, here in the Library of the Ancients. Is this a hit point refill? Hooray! Why, you should be reading right now. Some books in the basement have been possessed. Such a shame. According to one of our texts, long ago the crystals were much more powerful. After learning that, Professor Sid created machines to increase the power of the crystals to how it once was, and we all know how that went. I think this is the book I'm after. Far to the south of here is the village of Jackal. Precious items. Yeah, that's got the good stuff. Ooh, the remix for Library of the Ancients is pretty nice. 30 years ago, a monster called Biblos appeared near the Wind Shrine. It was sealed beneath this very library, and I'm sure we'll have to fight him at the end of the dungeon. This is the library's oldest tome. Half of its pages have been lost, so we don't really know what it's about. We will. The other half is in the other world. Okay, so there's fights. A long time ago, Ifrit would burn the possessed books for us, but now he's a jerk. We only want to burn the books that are possessed, but we don't know which ones those are. Well, let's take a look. If it attacks, it's probably possessed. Yep. Ow. Yeah, that one's possessed. How about this one? I'll give the strange staff I found to that man from Tycoon. Ah, that was our healing staff that we got from him. Would be nice if any of my classes could use that. What about this one? Blue Mage's Journey. Finally started learning monster skills. Aereo, level 5 death. Okay. So we got the possessed book, now it's time to go into the library proper. And find Mid. Everyone loves shifting bookcase puzzles almost as much as platform puzzles. I forget what I'm supposed to do. Some way to shift the bookcase back, maybe. Maybe? Go back up this way. There's something super easy I'm missing. It's right there. That was the super easy thing I was missing. But there's no visual indicator that, like, anything's going on with that, so... I thought that was... where I needed to go? There we go. The puzzles are kind of my least favorite part of this game. They're not bad, but they're not good. I'm gonna stop using kick because I think these are mostly single target encounters. I should have bought more potions, honestly, because these are churning through hit points when they get an attack off, which luckily isn't too much. With the monk team I have, pretty good alpha strike. Ooh, that's a juicy crit. covered in gummy liquid. Okay. I'm thinking the final bosses of this game is going to be kind of a pain in the ass with this team. I didn't get any of the really good cheese combos that I'm aware of. Hey, a book. I think it's Ifrit in there. The other bummer thing about having to change my classes from Monk to Geomancer and Mystic Knight is Monks have built-in counter, which is super good. And once I switch them, they don't retain that. Okay, so I think this is a summon. I'm gonna fight him anyway. I am Ifrit. For many years I have existed, sealed within the pages of this book. Yeah, that's Ifrit. Only those who can withstand my flames will be granted the privilege of summoning. I don't have summoners. I just want to beat you down. Alright, let's do it. Ow. I don't like that. He's gonna kick my ass, isn't he? Kick. Okay. Luckily, Spellblade is here. Blizzara. Do I have high potions? Yeah, this is gonna hurt. I have no method of healing, I just realized. I've pretty much relied on DPS racing this entire portion of the game, which is no longer going to be an option soon. I think we need to keep Ferris up no matter what, so I'm going to burn some elixirs on this. Because I don't think he can take multiple rounds of that Spellblade Blizzara strike. Like, I'm thinking 3 or 4 and he should go down pretty handily. 270. There we go. You've proven your worth. I shall grant you the use of my powers. So this strategy is working for now. It's not going to work for very long, though. Like, we just got shredded. Alright. So that was optional, but I wanted to. Like, it was fun. I'm a little concerned about the final boss of this library now, though. Might need to actually grind some levels. Anything I could do to get some passable healing. None shall pass, says the bookshelf. Ifrit, sorry, sir. Actually, it wasn't optional. The bookcase will stop you from moving forward if Ifrit isn't in your party. Yeah, I'm burning potions at a shocking rate. I really should have just maxed out with 99. There goes Lena. Forgot to heal her. Her hit points are terrible too. I hate Geomancers. Yeah, Geomancer is going to be the drag on this run. So far, there can always be a dud class for the final crystal. I forgot that auto attack will use items. Awesome. Wasted a Phoenix down. Always cool. Cool. There was a branching path at some point. I'm getting pretty lucky with the crits today. So from what I remember... Oh yeah, that book attacked me. Sweet. From what I remember, the next dungeon doesn't give us a crystal, it gives more of the fire crystal. Because it exploded and was carried by the current. So I'm a little bit of a ways away from... Did I take a wrong turn? Yeah, so I'm a little bit of a ways away from the 4th job. And I'm probably under-leveled because I'm trying to push forward and get all my jobs and stuff unlocked right off the bat. And this isn't a terrible place to do it. Like, the nice thing about it is you don't face multiple enemies at once in the book. They pop up one at a time, and when you have strong attacks like I do with the monks right now, and barehanded, they tend to drop pretty quickly. The other thing that Geomancers are pretty nice for is... Come on. Yeah, so I took a wrong turn somewhere. Is they can help you grind the little squirrelkin things outside of Jackal. Wait, how did Bartz die? Wasn't he like at 400 hit points? Come on, bro. I think I need to actually do a supply run. I was not really prepared for this. But with the jobs I have, there's really not a need to grind AP at all. I don't remember where I've been. I don't think I'm getting through this dungeon. I guess I have chakra on the monks. And if nothing else, it'll be some good experience. Preempt. Nice. Because none of the classes get anything interesting. It's like Ferris gets 6 levels of Spellblade, and since we're not multi-classing, she can use them all off the bat anyway. Ugh, the encounter rate. Really curious what page 256 is supposed to be. It looks like an African tribal mask. See, Ferris mastered Spellblade 4. She can already use all 6 levels, so it's almost redundant for her to even have that. Kind of want to change her back into a monk. Okay, so this was the bookshelf that blocked me, so it must be that this is the way forward. Although I can swear I went both paths already. And it definitely wouldn't hurt to have multiple people with Spellblade abilities. Yeah, you know what? I bet I got to this point, and then I went right back in the door I came through. No? I was here earlier. Because this was like the sentient book that attacked me. Yeah. Worst library ever. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to go through the door. Yeah, see, that wasn't obvious. Okay. Save point. Yes. Good spot to use tents. I only have a few, so I really need to ration them. I'm gonna burn through one anyway, though, because I have even less potions to functionally use than tents. But as soon as I get to town, yeah, it's a shopping spree. Tents, potions, you name it. I don't remember if there's a point where I can buy high potions soon, or if I have to farm them. I really hope I don't have to farm them, because I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of high potions with this party. Hey, there's Mid. Mid? Stay on your toes. I have a bad feeling about this place. So everything here should be weak to fire, so... Okay, so they slow the person who's good at that. Awesome. Fyra. Luckily, I mean, I think it's going to be the same as Ifrit. Like, it should decimate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not great. My monks are going to be kind of worthless. This actually may be a place where the Geomancer comes in handy too, because I think you can get fire. Yeah. Monks aren't going to be super helpful though. Ow. Okay, so because he's got Protect on, it just doesn't do that much damage. 300's still okay, but yeah, Geomancer and Spellblade are going to be pulling some work here. Blue Mage spell. He's really picking on Galuf at this point. Oh sure, just cast Double Drain. That's fair. Oof, this isn't great. So I dare say this is a suboptimal team for this. Wiped. Believe in you, Bartz. Believe in you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my Geomancer in the back row. Level 18 is probably a little bit low for this. And then I'm probably going to burn some elixirs, because this is kind of brutal. I don't have any fire resist gear. My monks are near useless. Do I have anything that cures slow? Because that's going to be what's important here. Nope. I don't think there is a cure for slow. Suboptimal. Okay. I could make Butts into a Mystic Knight, and then give Ferris her Mystic Knight abilities as secondary. Okay, let's try one more time first. And just put the monks on, like, elixir duty. See, this is a better start. My monks do not need their mana, so that's good. So we'll do Fyra again, Chakra, Gaia. So I'm guessing he probably has somewhere in the range of 3,000 hit points, maybe. So if I can get, you know, 8 or 9 attacks off between Ferris and Lena. That should be enough. But he's just hell-bent on slowing Lena, so... Monks, you're on potion duty. Because, yeah, Lena's already down to 200 hit points. Like, he just burns through people. That's not good. Gaia. I think he counters with Drain. Yeah, he counterattacks with Drain. Ooh, that's brutal. Especially when I'm barely doing enough to sustain any forward damage. So let's keep Gallop up. And I don't think we can DPS race this one. We actually have to do it like the fair way. Fatus. Wow. Very soon the Master Seal will be blown wide open. Okay, we did it. It took 2 or 3 elixirs though. So that wasn't... It wasn't how I wanted it to go. But this is actually like a common block point, I think, for teams that are not suited for it. This team isn't bad, but... Huh? I told you not to bother me while I'm reading. You were engrossed in that book the whole time? What whole time? The party's just like, nerd. Strange bird, this one. Whatever, guess it's time to go back. I know a shortcut. Cool. I like that I don't have to backtrack. Mid, there you are. Thank goodness you're safe. I don't know what I need to be saved from, but it was nice all the same. Oh yeah, look at this. I found the most amazing book. Check it out. I bet with this method we could get the fire-powered ship moving. Gotta tell Grandpa Sid about it. Oh, you know him. He's my grandfather. He's so awesome. When he gets absorbed in his research, he's unstoppable. He never gives up until he's found the solution. Ooh, yeah. Maybe that's how he was in the past, but now he's an alcoholic. What are you talking about? Just saying, he sure is acting like he's given up. Come with us, we will show you. Okay, so we did the Library of the Ancients dungeon, which has some tough moments, really. The other one that I think is a common roadblock for these runs is before the final... Yeah, that's the door I never went in. Before the 4th crystal, like in the Ronker Ruins... Nope, I went in here. It sucked. There's this fight with an airship that have like 4 cannons, and that's the one that I think everybody hates with the straight challenge, because if you have like 4 geomancers, you can't do shit on that fight. end. It'll probably come down to a bunch of grinding. I'm going to do my grinding when I get to Jackal, though. So I've been powering through this, trying to... I haven't stopped to grind anywhere yet. Although I probably am going to need to grind some elixirs at some point, because, yeah. I don't have any source of reliable healing. Even Red Mage would have given me some good healing there. See, even Chakra's kind of lost its usefulness. It does a sixth of their hit point at best. We're gonna avoid that desert. That's where the Dorn Chimera lives. And he one-shot Galuf last time. That was not fun. We're gonna trudge back on over to Karnak. See, I'm torn what to do with Lena now. I want to put her in the front row, but she's so squishy. And I know I could give her the main Gosh, because it gives some good avoidance, but I think what I might ultimately do is main Gosh and Spellblade. Yeah, she has... That might be a boss option. So, first things first, refill time. Just maxing out the potions this time around. You know what, we're gonna need a bunch of Phoenix Downs, a bunch of tents. I really need to figure out where I can buy high potions, if I can buy high potions. Now let's get over to Sid. Sup? Come on, man, pull yourself together. Leave me alone, don't waste your time on a worthless old lump like me. Sid, we believe in you. And Mid's coming to smack you. Stop that, what are you doing? He's flailing his nerdy scholar arms. Book smack. You never give up, never. You told me that if you mess up, you have to start over and try again. What happened to that? Just try again. You're absolutely right. Of course I am. I'd like to see Mid in Final Fantasy XIV. It's not over, the Earth Crystal is still out there, but where? Oh, I don't know, but we've got to find it and protect it, and to do that, we'll need the fire-powered ship. Alright, time for a montage. We'll get the ship moving again, but without the crystal. Way ahead of you, Grandpa, just look at this. A book. I see, nice work. Your fanfiction is good, Mid. Alright, let's get to work. Yeah. Montage time. Everybody stoically nods and moves on to the ship. Zoom. So we're about 5 hours into the game, which I think probably making good pace. Out of the way. You'll have to excuse Mid, he's all fired up. We'll take care of the ship, you just sit tight. Let the nerds do the work. Galif, what's wrong? Are you remembering? Yes, you do look even stranger than usual. Stand back, he's beginning to morb. Galif, are you alright? My head. It was like I could almost remember, but couldn't. Grandpa. Mid. Kryl. Grandpa. Oh yeah, he's got Kryl. So he's remembering that he has a granddaughter. Hey, knock it off. And she's just as annoying as Mid. Silly old fool. Kryl. Did you remember something? I'm not from this world. I came here in a meteorite sent from another world. His story checks out. Because the evil we'd sealed away 30 years ago is beginning to reawaken, I came here to stop it. Evil is reawakening? That's right, and a terrible evil at that. The Dark Warlock X-Death. Oh no. He bad. There's Drogon, Werewolf Guy, and King Tycoon. Power of the Four Crystals converges on this spot. Perfect. We'll use their power to seal X-Death here. No biggie. Sealing evil is never a problem, it never comes back. So there's their 4 meteorites that take you between worlds. Came here once before to seal them away 30 years ago. So if all 4 crystals are destroyed, then the seal you placed on X-Death will be broken. She got that ridiculously quick. Like, most people would have a lot of questions. Right. Ugh, my head. Galif. Still, can't remember clearly. We can't allow X-Death to be revived. Okay, so we have a purpose now. Galif is down, but it's okay. We can take our nap. We'll sit and Mid do their thing. So there was a scene on the Game Boy Advance version or the mobile where it was like a montage of those two doing repairs, and I kind of miss it. Maybe that's later on. Ah, slept like a top. No comment. Yeah, slept like a top. Hey, it's finished. We are so awesome. Presenting a boat that will sail without any wind, the fire ship. Now, we have a ship, but we can go find the Earth Crystal. Righto, we're counting on you. We'll return to the Library of the Ancients for now. Someone just sent me a meme that's Bitcoin owners crying, and it says PC gamers in the background. A guy shooting hoops and being super happy. May it continue to crash, inshallah. We should be able to find some more clues there. Wait, what did I miss there? I skipped that. I think they said Library of the Ancients. If you need anything, make sure to stop by, take care of yourselves. So I think this is where it kind of opens up, and I can actually keep the fire ship for a little bit. We're off. I think there's a few optional places we can go. Like, now Jackal, I think, has, like, the good shit. So I'm not being really strict on the bestiary here, and I hope that it's across all games so that next time I play I can finish it, because I know I'm not going to get it this time. It's too much micromanaging. Thunder an enemy and Sahagin. I'm talking to somebody. I got Geomancer for my 3rd class, and it's horrible. Gonna bitch about Geomancers this entire game. I forget what the deal with that is. I think you get it when you get to an airship or something. So the 2 places that I think I can go now that I couldn't before are Jackal. Why am I missing everything? Flyers? Oh, let's see if Gaia can hit them. And I assume Thundara? Oh, Tsunami. That is a cool attack animation. They changed that for sure. Miss. Awesome. Not worth. Jackal, I think, is this way. And she's down, just like that. I need to get her some decent armor, or something that gives evasion. Let's see. Someone had an evasion item. Elven Mantle. You know what? I got a second Elven Mantle. I forgot about that. That was in, Escape from Castle Karnak, so... Actually, can she equip shields? No. Main Gosh would help her out, though. Yeah, I just kind of want her to stop dying at this point. I'm going to leave her with barehanded because she can still use the attack bonus. Let's see what her damage is like with that. Please, I'm begging you, don't suck. She was doing about 400 before. I can live with that. It's a damage reduction, but she'll be able to at least avoid some physical attacks, which are currently wrecking her. Where is Jackal? It's here somewhere. And you know what? See, I think all this stuff will be strong against water, so I don't think that... Yeah, it doesn't do anything to them, so Guy is kind of useless. Jackal, are you here? That's the 4th town. It has, like, the Earth Crystal, I think, and the Ronka Ruins. Ah, stop. You know, I think the map actually told me where places are. I have a map now, right? That's Jackal, right there. So I just need to disembark to the north. Easy peasy. Hooray! I figured it out. There's the infamous cave. Yeah, I'm gonna go to that cave soon. Bio-soldiers. So the cave is actually one of the few places where geomancers pull their weight. What? How is he just double bioing my whole party like that? Can I make it to town? I feel like I shouldn't risk it. Fine. So yeah, I'll be going to that cave and getting some sweet AP and switching my party around a bit at some point. Probably do that off stream. Welcome to Jackal. The people of this town are descended from the ancient Ronkins. Sounds like a big deal, don't it? Yep. Nothing for me to steal. Borrow. Acquire. They say you can hear weird sounds coming from the ground on Crescent Island. Freaky. Freaky indeed. Shops here sell weapons and armor that were excavated from the caves to the north. Pa's an adventurer. He's off adventuring right now. Grandpa was an adventurer. He told me there was something underneath Crescent Isle. These people are very informed on Crescent Isle, given that it's across the world. Ever been to History Falls? Everyone says they're huge and that the view is breathtaking. Let's see if I can buy high potions. Please, please, I want high potion. Sad. Regular potions, some tents to replace the ones I had before. I don't know how it works out for monks, but this place had really good gear for some of the other classes last time I played, if I remember right. Like, this has the really good stuff in World 1. Caves up north are full of traps left by the ancients. Watch your step. Pubs always full of adventurers hoping to strike it rich and find treasure. Kids today and their foolhardy sense of adventure. Puffa! Wait patiently on the path with the skull switches and the truth will be revealed. If you go as deep as you can to the cave, there's a wall you can climb to get outside. Caves are pretty much been looted bare, so most of the treasure chests are empty. You wouldn't think there's much point in checking them out unless the traps the ancient sense are actually mumble-mumble. Okay, let's dance. Coffee break. Pull in the rando. One more time. And let's level up piano. Wow, and after only 4 lessons. Okay. Actually, I don't think I talked to the bartender. Don't think he has anything useful to say, but... Oh yeah, pub's always hoping to strike it rich. Hello. Ever been to... Yeah, I talked to her already. Way to the east is Crescent Island. Ever heard of it? It really is shaped like a crescent. How ingeniously appropriate. Yeah, see, everyone in this town is talking about Crescent Island. 500 years ago, our ancestors had a great civilization, the Ronkin Ruins. The ancient ruins. Ain't no one allowed to go in there. But them young folks nowadays don't pay heed to nothing. Out of the way. Maybe some new Spellblade stuff. Let's see. Nope. So they only have white magic. And the only white magic spell I think that Spellblades can use is Holy, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe they can't use Holy. I feel like they can, though. And if they can't, they should be able to. Because it's sweet. Okay, weapons. So, once again, our monks don't have weapons, so all of this, for the most part, is kind of redundant, except for Mage Masher. Does that do silence? A knife that sometimes silences? I'm going to buy one of these and just keep it in inventory, because that's kind of useful. Sword infused with the power of lightning. So I wonder how that works when I use her Spellblade abilities. Like, if it's imbued with lightning and I cast Blizzara on it, does it have both properties? Thank you. So Mithril Sword is 31, Coral Sword is 37. We'll toss it on. Green Beret is good. Ninja Suit is great. And Sage's Surplus is... At least she has more defense. 6 to 8. Unbelievable. She only has 8 defense. Not good. So Ninja Suit, why is it saying that it isn't great for Ferris? Because what I'm seeing is it gives her more agility and less weight, which sounds pretty awesome to me. And she doesn't lose anything. Yeah, I'm buying another Ferris gets a ninja suit. Okay. Okay, good. So between the main gouge and the new armor and the elven mantle, I'm hoping that Lena breaks less easily. Let's check out that cave. Oh no. Nothing good is gonna come from this. Don't explode. Yeah, see, she just elven mantled that shit right there. Okay, bombs. So this cave is great for grinding AP, the Skull Eater things, but it also murders people. Gaia. So Gaia, I think, can do some work on these. Let's do a kick. And these aren't the bad ones. The bad ones are like called Skullkin or something. Skull Eaters. They're like chipmunks, but worse. And the Geomancer ability has something like, that's it. Okay, it ran away. Good. There was a guy in town who said, stay still and the path will... Yeah, just like that. Cool. Thank you, rando in town. Okay, no. Ooh, the soundtrack for this is pretty nice. Skull Eater? Okay, rematch. Why? No. No. This one's belligerent. Like, he just was not gonna let me escape. Okay, we'll come back to that. So I'm not ready for Skull Eaters yet, but I want to see... Yeah, see, some of them just flee and give you free APB. Yeah, so apparently the Geomancer has an ability called Stalactite or something like that, Stalagmite, that that can like one-shot them or they're really weak against, but... See, I wonder if they get belligerent as soon as you open the door. Ignis Fatius, let's see, does that do it? Nope. Oh, did that confuse it? It just incised her. Ah, nice. It just killed itself. Disappointing though. It doesn't really give much experience, although it does give the 5 APB. how much gold is it giving? Because the APB is going to be useless if I just have to burn through Phoenix Downs the whole time. Which is a distinct possibility. Geomancer level 2, hooray. Hidden switch. Alright, B2. Now we're getting somewhere. So, 2 treasure chests that way. I think that is to the world map. Shoryuken, useless. Skull Eater. Oof. Igneous Fadius. Let's see if it... yeah! Can I get Bart's up so he gets the experience? Let's see. Oof, not great. So it needs to incisor itself, or it's kind of useless. It can't even hurt itself. Let's see. Stalactite, that's the one. What does it do? It hits it and kills it. So only 100 gil. Yeah, I don't see myself grinding here. That just seems irritating, and I don't really need any APB. Oh my god, they're burning through my Phoenix Downs. Stop. It's my fault for carelessly abusing auto battle, but still. I thought this cave had really good stuff. I don't know why I thought that. Whip, maybe that's what it was. That I know no one that I have can actually use it. What does it do though? A whip infused with the power of lightning, Beastmaster. Okay. So this whole side trip was pretty worthless. And it leaves me to a spot where I can save, just in case those Skull Eaters get me on the way back. Which, distinct possibility. I really thought there was something decent in here, though. There he is. Elven Mantle saves the day. I didn't make nearly enough to replenish the gold that I spent on Phoenix Downs. Oh, incredibly disappointing. Okay, well that was our Jackal, so our little excursion. Not worth it. At least not for this party. If I had a Beastmaster or a Ninja, I think maybe that would have been kind of cool. So apparently Crescent Island is the shed. I think that's where we need to go. Oh, cool. Ferris is gonna heal them every time she hits because of lightning element. I feel like there's a grind spot here somewhere. One of these islands. I think it's the one with the forest. I'm gonna have to check that out in a second. These are the dudes I can never hit. I really like the tsunami animation. Like, that's really cool compared to the old one. No? Nothing hits. And Tsunami does. But not enough. Let's go island hopping. See what that's like. I should probably save just in case there's some sort of bullshit waiting for me. There usually is. Prototype. Yeah, it's the Mini Omega. Oh no. Muster Bomb. So, probably weak against Thunder. Sure, let's burn more Phoenix Downs, why not? Can't hit it. Flamethrower. Okay, Thunder doesn't get through, I'm running. Yeah, I want no part of this. I'm down to 4 Phoenix Downs, why? Because I don't keep my hit points up, I know that's why. Let's just go buy more. Throw money at the problem. Oh, maybe this is the island I was thinking of. I know there's one that's good. Black Flame? I think it's Black Flames that I was thinking of. Let's see what we can do. Kick. Gaia. Kick. Oh no. Yeah, not bad. I think Dark Spark was a Blue Mage spell. Because I remember having to kill these guys for something on my last run. I didn't pay attention to the experience. I want to see that again. Same encounter. Yeah, and an interesting twist, Lena is now more survivable than Galuf. Thank you to that Elven Mantle and Main Gash combo. I could avoid all these problems by just using my potions, but that's the coward's way out. Okay, well, I missed it again because I wasn't paying attention, but whatever. I feel like something triggers once I go into Crescent Island. Like an earthquake or something. I hope it's not a fight because I'm not using my potions. Alright, we did it. Oh yeah, there it is. Not again, it's another quake. What the crap, the ship. Oh no, it's sinking. Yeah, that fits with the Final Fantasy V theme of you only get to keep the vehicles for about 20 minutes. Luckily, to the south, we'll have a black chocobo, and they can fly. Cool. Stuck here on Crescent Island. Island is blessed. I disagree. Crops grow on their own, and even though it rarely rains, nothing ever seems to need water. Get a lot of earthquakes. Each one causes a whirlpool to form in the bay. Ha ha ha. Well, aren't you unlucky? Oh, that's just unpleasant. Okay. Sometimes you can hear strange noises, gives me the creeps. That's what the person over in Jackal said. Gee, look at this water. It rarely rains here, but the spring just keeps on bubbling up. Nice. Rock-like monsters really hate gold hairpins. The fashion world is fickle. Oh yeah, you can use a gold hairpin to kill golems, I guess. Tried to catch a black chocobo, but it outran me. Wouldn't chocobo racing be totally extreme? No, I guess not. Yes, it would. So I think there's stuff in this town that is just hella expensive. Like the 50,000 gil. This guy teaches you a bard song. Here's a song. Mighty March. Why don't you play me a tune? Okay, let's see. I don't think this is the last piano I needed, but you know what, maybe. He's playing good. Nope. Gotta be at least one more. Piano skill leveled up. I'm getting there. Were you inspired? Nope. I think you have to come back here after you get the last piano. I wonder if there was one in Jackal that I missed. I bet that was it. That's a problem for later. No, you know what? It might be in Bart's hometown, actually. Any new black magic? No. Disappointing. Please, why won't you just let me buy high potions? Phoenix Downs. Oof, yeah, I burned through Phoenix Downs and have nowhere near the gold I need to replenish them. Tell us again about the ruins. You can find the ruins of Ranka on the western continent. Artifacts found there are remarkably similar to ones found on this island. Yeah, 10 gil, that is good. So I think accessories here, there's a lot of really good ones like fire resist maybe? No? That must be a different town then. Okay, this town sucks. Three bows and a harp. I can't use any of this stuff. Well, that's good, since I have no gil to my name. So there's nowhere to go except for the Chocobo Forest, where we'll find a Chocobo. Doesn't look like Chocobo I've ever seen. Whatever it is, I'll catch it. Quitting already? No. I'll get it. You can do it, Butts. Queh. It's a black chocobo. Oh, this means they aren't extinct after all. Guess not. Heard the black chocobos can fly, so giddy up. Just like that. Yeah! Chocobo waltz. Oh. It's not flying. Sad. Why won't he fly? Queh. Well, it didn't giddy. Did you break it or something? Not funny, old man. Sounds like it's got something stuck down its gullet. Oh yeah, it coughs up the rest of the crystal shards. The explosion at Karnak Castle must have sent him flying over here where our black chocobo ate them. And because he swallowed them, he couldn't fly. We'll take these off your hands. I believe this is Ranger and Samurai? Nope, Bard and Ranger. Close. I didn't roll any of those for the third crystal. Ew, they're still sticky. But maybe now he'll be able to fly. Now let's get our good chocobo to... Yeah, he's gonna dance. Queh! I got an achievement, Endangered Creature. Oh, I love him. I don't quite recall where to go next, but I'm guessing it's back to the Library of the Ancients to tell Sid and Mid that we done fucked up and lost their fire ship. This one can fly over mountains, unlike the Wyvern, but not the mountain tops, so only certain mountains. This is, I think, the Bart's hometown, maybe? Shifting Sand Desert, the Pyramid. I know we'll have to go to the Pyramid eventually. I just want to see the whole world map at this point. Let's see what we got. This is Istery Falls. There's something here. I don't remember what it is, but it's probably cool. I might need a ship for that. So one of the random encounters in this forest, as I recall, is actually Odin. Oh, come on, they're giving me the ship random encounters. Why is my party all scrambled? I do not want Lena taking hits. And I don't know if I can actually get the materia for it, but I know if you hit him with Ifrit, he will join your team and you can use him as a summon from then on. Let's do Gaia, kick, kick. Yeah, so these guys got a little bit of bite to them, and I'm not doing much damage. I don't know if that's because I'm under-leveled, or if they're just good at physical defense. I hope I get a decent chunk of XP for this. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I'm just gonna let this happen. I could have run, but I saved right there, so don't want to waste resources. Let's see if there's any items I can use. I don't mind life at a slower pace, that's why I'm a shepherd. High potions? Please, high potions. I love high potions. Nope. I don't think I can ever buy high potions. Maybe until World 2 or 3. Ooh, hidden door. Should be something for me here. Well, that that's disappointing. Have you seen this huge waterfall east of here? That's Istery Wall Falls. Pretty impressive. Still, every time I see those millions of gallons of water, I kind of feel this urge. I was doing laps around the flower bed and found something real good. Oh yeah, there's something hidden in there. The last quake completely blocked the road to the falls. I think it's an accessory of some sort. I can't believe there's still frogs sleeping when it's this warm out. Strange, I tells ya. Cool, cool. Hidden frog. Frog dropped the spell Toad. I wonder if Spellblade can use, like, Toad Blade. That would be sweet. Any good armor that I can't afford? Oh yeah, this is the place that has the 50 grand stuff. I have 400 gold. Would be nice, but I'm not about to grind the gil I need for that, at least until I hit some sort of a roadblock that I can't deal with. Ooh, new black magic maybe? No, time magic, can't use that. Okay. Some monster dressed like an old feller's wander in the eastern woods. Stay sharp or he'll zap you with the bolt of lightning. Yeah, that's Ramya. Bah. Bah. Better stay away from that sheep on the far side of the pen or it'll kick you. It's got a really bad attitude. Get it? Bad. Poke, poke, poke. Yes, we are the travelers trying to protect the crystal. And he gives me Romeo's Ballad, a song of love, soothing enough to move the hearts of any who hear it, even monsters. Hello, wizard. There's treasure hidden behind the waterfall. At least that's what my dear old great-great-great-grandfather told me. Fair. Did I miss anything? Was there a weapons shop? I don't think it matters, but... Nah, I got what I needed. Toad spell. There's Karnak. Bart's hometown. I haven't been there yet. I think it's Bart's hometown. You know what? I don't think I can actually get there because Black Chocobo needs a forest to land in. Alright, Library of the Ancients. Hey, it's Sid and Mid. We found Crescent Island, but the fire-powered ship sank. Oh, so? Whatever, we'll just build a new one. More importantly, we've learned the whereabouts of King Tycoon. What? He was spotted in Karnak and was seen entering the Desert of Shifting Sands. Desert to the west of here, where the sand flows like water. Hence the name. They say that beyond the dunes is the town of Ruin, but no one can even enter the desert to find it, let alone cross it. Witnesses claim to have seen him floating in midair. Floating? It's not like we're going to get any closer to that desert by sitting around here. So I think it doesn't matter how close we get to it if we don't know how to get in. Are you afraid of some sand, old man? I figure we'll figure something out when we get there. Yeah, sure. Shifting sand. So I think that's to get to the Earth Crystal, get my next job. I remember it being a real irritating boss. I think it's like the one that you really don't want to have a berserker for. Come, Chocobo. Quay. Okay, Chocobo's gonna be chilling here. Blind to persist through battles. I was hoping it wouldn't, but that's why we got eye drops. Okay. Let's power through this. See if we can finish. Ugh. I knew this would be a hopeless endeavor. Wait, it ain't over till the fat lady sings and the orchestra hasn't even started tuning up yet. We'll build a bridge. It's a little risky, but you guys are all about the danger. How it works is, we use this bell to call the sandworm. Then you guys waste it, and there's your bridge. Not the most sophisticated of methods, but you aren't that sophisticated of a guy. Fair. Very fair. If you're all set, we'll call the sandworm. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how we do against this. If you use any magic on the sandworm, you'll be sorry. Good luck. So I think this is the dude where if you attack the hole that he was in, he counterattacks with some stupid shit. Ooh, cool background. So we're not going to use kick, because that would be terrible. And I guess we're not going to be using Spellblade either. And we're not going to be using Gaia. I never thought I'd say this, but I miss Red Mage, because at least I could hop on a Cure too. So in future runs, it's not going to be please don't give me Red Mage, it's going to be please don't give me Geomancer. So that just hit me with Sap, and Sap is like a terrible, even worse version of Poison that drains you twice as fast. I hate Sap because there's like no way to cure it, I think. It just hits you and you're losing hit points for the rest of the battle forever. That was pretty easy compared to some of the fights that I've had recently. No big deal. Game, set, and match. Now you can go to the desert. Alrighty. Take care of the black chocobo while we're gone. Will do. Good luck. Take care. And now I have to do this stupid dungeon. So it looks like I've got 2 ways to go. Maybe this isn't as bad as I was remembering. Let's see what the Geomancer can do. New climate. I haven't done anything on sand terrain yet. Sandstorm. Neat. Yeah, I feel like the monsters actually became less deadly. Maybe that's because I was exploring where I shouldn't have been at this point in the story. Yeah, that's a lot easier than I remembered. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing I wasn't supposed to go to Jackal that early in the story, but everybody does anyway because it's there and it's got good gear. I think this is Bart's hometown, maybe? Gone the Town of Ruin. This is that Town of Ruin Sid was talking about. Oh yeah, this is where we get the Earth Crystal, maybe. Any good loot? Oh yeah, you have to play hide and go seek with King Tycoon here. Sneak, sneak. Why are you doing this to us, King Tycoon? I don't remember if he attacks us, but let's top up just in case. Why not? Where is he? father? Papa? Oh yeah, trapdoor. Ferris. I knew it. You really are my sister. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure I should tell you. I wasn't certain myself. Ferris. Lena. Aww. Galuf wakes up and he's in a different room. Bart's is back up. Where are we? What a strange place. Say, what happened to the old man? Huh, he's not here? We must have gotten separated when we fell. He'll be okay. He's a tough old cuss. I'm sure we'll run into him again later. Let's go. Galuf is just like, bro, what the fuck? Scales the wall. Wait one cotton picking minute. That was awfully quick decision to ditch me. Yikes. Sorry. Okay, and now we're in the Ronka Ruins, I think. Maybe? Doesn't actually tell me, but I think that's where we are. What's this? And it is teleporting us all the way back to Crescent Island. Look out. Seems bad. Yes, bad indeed. Meanwhile, Sid and friends. East-west, home is best, even if you're a chocobo. But should be thrilled. We went above and beyond the Call of Duty. Whew, that was close. I believe that was a warp device. It must have fallen into disrepair, and activating it caused something to snap. Okay, well, a little too dangerous to go back in there, so forward we march. Press button. Oh no. The Black Chocobo, you could help out because you can fly. Oh, well that is super convenient. There's something hidden here. I don't recall. Like one of the bookshelves has something, I thought. Guess not. God, won't budge. Something's carved into the wall. Check the planters in the center room. Okay. Read the notepad in the room to the right. Made you look neener, neener, neener. So childish. Calm down, buds. Before you get your pantaloons in a twist, take a look. It's another note. Check the urn. Yeah, it's Frog. Cool. Go down 6 and right 4, then pull what's there. That's great. This depended on the frog in the pot being alive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that, okay, yeah, whatever. Shuriken, Mini. Well, that was all useless to me for this run. It was fun, though. That was a fun little mini-quest. Now, it would have been nice if there was a save point here. Maybe it's in the next room. They usually give us... yeah. And it's nice that I don't have to use a tent for a change. Saving again. Don't ask. It's a... okay. This is the fire-powered ship. And what's that ship over there? The Betterer ship. The airship. Oh, this is where the montage is. Propellers on a boat? What's up with that? Oh, Sid and friends. Good timing. But, Selena, Ferris, Gallif, what are you guys doing? I could ask you the same question. I think that's our line. Where'd you guys come from? We rode the Black Chocobo back to Crescent Island. Then all of a sudden a hole opened up beneath our feet. We're underneath Crescent Island. That explains the fire-powered ship being here. Place must have been built by the ancients. And this propeller ship? Maybe we should ask Grandpa about it. Huh? Wait, where'd he go anyway? What up, Sid? Hot diggity dang, this thing is mind-blowing. Don't bother me, Suddy. Sid is entranced. If I tighten this and adjust this, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Voila, that should do it. That should do what? Cool. We got an airship. Achievement unlocked, Ancient Relic. Wow, this thing is amazing. Isn't it obvious? It's an airship. I've only ever seen pictures in old texts. I can't believe I'm getting to use one in the flesh. Uh-oh. Something's dragging us down. Creeping crawdads. Some monsters got a death grip on the ship's hull. Boss fight. Crayclaw. Tail Screw takes us down to like 10 hit points, I think. That's not great. And especially since I can't use... I only have potions and I have no healing magic. Let's try to chakra it up. I really wish I had Libra or something. What is this thing weak to? I'm gonna cheat and see if I can Spellblade this. Wow, looking at the FAQ, I jumped pretty far ahead this session. Crayclaw, there he is. I just want to see what he's weak to. Thundara spells take him out. Okay. So in that case, let's try Thundara Sword. Pew pew. What does Gaia do? Wind Slash? I just, yeah. Not even one turn. Frostbow. He just got served with cheese biscuits and mashed potatoes. Oh, parts. Damage to the ship was minimal. We can use parts from the fire-powered ship to make the airship good as new, with a montage. Sid? If you're gonna thank me, I don't need to hear it. We'll stay here and search for clues about the Earth Crystal. The skies are yours. Now get out of here. The Dark Warlock, X-Death. We must prevent him from returning. All that's left is the Earth Crystal. No point in dawdling. Let's go. We have an airship. Neat. Oh, not neat. What's going on? Look, the town. Oh, Flying Fortress. Cool, 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 cool. I think there's like a button to go into the sky. Or maybe I have to go to the pyramid first. Either way, I'm not going to do that dungeon right now. Let's see. Maybe Sid and Midnote's going on. Hey guys, we're back. We we got an issue. We saw what happened through the telescope. The Earth crystal's way up there in that flying pile of rubble. The ancient Rockins amplified the Earth crystal to make their town float. Once they realized amplifying the crystal would cause it to shatter, they stopped the machine. Look, somebody actually listened to reason in their world. Shake a leg, miscreants. Somebody's turned the machine back on. You don't think that Father... he would never do such a thing. How are we supposed to get that high? Some good indica, that's how. With this, adamantite. We can use this to reforce the ship so you can reach higher altitudes, but we'll need to find some first. Simple enough. The meteorite I came in here, I remember seeing a pocket of adamantite inside the rock. Are you sure? You calling me a liar? Of course not. It's just that your memory is still kind of spotty, right? Pish posh. The adamantite part is clear as day. Okay, cool. He remembers that. Let's go see. This seems like a good place to call it. We'll stay here and get everything prepped. You guys hurry and bring us that adamantite. Okay, we can do that. Zoom. Galif's meteorite is in Tycoon, where we started the game. Here it is. And good place to save.